Hunting. It's a Kansas tradition, and our state is known nationwide for its great hunting opportunities. The Kansas Department of Wildlife Parks and Tourism manages public wildlife areas and leases private land through the Walk-In Hunting Access Program, providing more than 1 million acres of public hunting. However, some hunters avoid public land fearing competition, or maybe they're looking for a different hunting experience. That experience may be found through the Department's Special Hunts Program. During the next several months, you can apply for premier exclusive hunts through the Special Hunts Program. Available in all regions of the state on both public and private lands, these special hunts offer limited access opportunities for doves, pheasants, quail, waterfowl, and deer. Special hunts can be incentives for new hunters, management strategies to tweak local objectives, or directed opportunities for hunters with special needs. Whatever, recipients can usually expect high-quality hunting with little or no competition. Special hunts are offered in youth, disabled, mentor, and open categories. Open hunts are available to all hunters regardless of age or experience. Youth hunts are introductory opportunities, usually requiring at least one youth younger than 15 who is accompanied by an adult 18 or older. Disabled hunts provide special opportunities for those with limited mobility. And mentor hunts are open to inexperienced hunters of any age who are supervised by a licensed adult mentor who may also hunt. 2 application periods now open are available for this fall. The first, open through August 13th, is for early special hunts scheduled in September and October. The second, open through October 1st, is for hunts scheduled November through January. Applicants may apply for both hunt periods with 3 choices for each species per draw period. Confirmations will be emailed to successful applicants within a week of each closing date. There are more than 647 different special hunts available for this fall and winter. Learn about rules, review special hunt options, and apply on the department website under Special Hunts Information. I'm Mike Blair for Kansas Wildlife Parks and Tourism.